lecture number 3B. Today we are going to cover the diode parameters. We have already seen the diode characteristics, IV characteristics. We will see today three diode parameters, namely cut-in voltage, DC or static resistance, and AC or dynamic resistance. So let us start with the first diode parameter, cut-in voltage. We call it as VD on or V mu. V mu. Okay. Or V gamma. We write it as V gamma. Okay. So it's easier to call it as VD on. Fine. So this is the forward IV characteristics of a silicon and germanium diode. So basically diodes are commercially available in silicon or germanium. The current level might be zero or very small in a diode. So basically what is cut-in voltage? So until the cut-in voltage is reached over here, let me go a little bit bigger screen. Okay, let me slightly reduce it. Okay, so until the current is zero in a diode, let's check for the silicon diode. So you see the current is zero over here. The current is zero until a cut-in voltage or turn-on voltage of the diode is reached. Cut-in voltage is called as V gamma or turn-on voltage, which is VD on. Okay, so beyond the turn-on voltage of the diode, the ID increases rapidly, both in germanium or silicon. And this value from the IV curve, we see that the VD on value for germanium, it's around 0.2 to 0.3 volts. Okay, it varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. And for silicon, the VD on value is around 0.6 to 0.7. Sometimes it goes to 0.8 also. Okay, so we can broadly classify into 0.6 to 0.8. Okay, and how do you calculate this cut-in voltage? If you plot the IV characteristics, you draw a tangent to this. See, you draw a tangent to this wherever it intersects the x-axis. That is my cut-in voltage or the turn-on voltage of the diode. So this is my the cut-in or the turn-on voltage of the diode. Any doubts in this? Okay, fine. Next is the DC or the static resistance. Okay, now I will let you know. Just wait. Let me expand the screen little bit. Maybe to 40%. Yeah. So application of a DC voltage to a circuit containing a diode will result in an operating point on the characteristics curve that will not change with time. Okay, we call it as a Q point. You might be hearing about it, right? So the resistance of the diode at the operating point can be found out by finding the corresponding levels of ID and VD at that Q point. So let's say this black color dot, which is the Q point, right? So correspondingly, you find the value of VD1 and correspondingly you find the value of ID1. So your static or DC resistance RD will be VD1 divided by ID1 and its value will be in ohms simply. Okay. So note that very important thing to note that is the static resistance of the diode in forward bias is in ohms. It's very low and it's in ohms. Okay, and its value in reverse bias is quite high. It's around in mega ohms. So always remember that, because in forward bias, as you go on increasing the voltage, the current will go on increasing exponentially. That means resistance, okay, in the forward bias it will be low, whereas in reverse bias there is no current flow. And whenever we say there is no current flow, the resistance is very high. Okay, so note down that the static resistance in reverse bias is very high, in forward bias it is quite low. Okay, and also one more thing is that higher the current through the diode in forward bias, lower is the DC static resistance. Okay, I will inform you about this in here it is. So there is point number one and point number two. Let us calculate at point number one the DC static resistance. So at point number one, VD1 value is 0.1, ID1 value is 2 milliamperes. So RD value will be VD divided by ID. So that will be simply 0.5 divided by 2 milliamperes, which will be 250. One of you can confirm that. And at point 2, VD2 value is around 0.8 and ID2 value is 20 milliamperes, higher current value, right? Then the static resistance will be 0.8 divided by 20 milliamperes. It's coming out to be 40 ohms. So the higher the current value, the lower will be the static resistance. That's what I was saying. As you get more and more current, the static resistance will go on reducing. Did you check this matching? 250 and 40. Okay, understood this? About the DC or the static resistance. Now let us go to the next part, which is the AC or the dynamic resistance for the diode. So let us concentrate on the characteristics. So we know this is my diode characteristics, the green color curve. I was talking about the Q point, right? Because eventually diodes, we have to apply some AC voltage. Its application we know, rectifiers, clipper circuits. Okay. So eventually we will be applying a voltage across the diode. So let's say if a small sinusoidal voltage is applied along with the DC input is applied, the varying input will move around the instantaneous operating point up and down. So here you see the current value is moving up and down. Here is the voltage value. So we call it as a delta VD. Here it is. It is moving along the Q point value. So what we do is we take a tangent. Let me go closer. So we take a tangent such that tangent is a straight line, right? So what we do is along the characteristics is, but this tangent is a straight line. Okay. So within this straight line, we can have your variation in VD and your variation in ID. Okay, which will be linear. Okay, so we can say we are approximating an exponential to a straight line segment. Okay, so what we do is without any, let me just go back to the original. Yeah, so yeah, let me just move it a little further down. So this is my diode characteristic. So without any AC input, the point of operation would be the Q point as determined by the DC levels. So what we do is a straight line is drawn, a tangent through the Q point is used to determine the AC or the dynamic resistance from the diode characteristics. Okay. So here it is the more advanced part. So here is the Q point. We draw a tangent and we note down delta VD and delta ID values. Okay, so what happens is the ratio of this incremental change in the diode voltage to the incremental change in the diode current is my AC or dynamic resistance of the diode. So what we can say, RAC or small RD is given by delta ID around the Q point value over here. Here you see. Okay, so around the Q point value, your AC resistance or a dynamic resistance will be delta VD divided by delta ID. That will give us the dynamic or the AC resistance. So please note down this. Are you following this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this RAC or RD, which is the dynamic or the AC resistance, is found around the Q point with the variation in the voltage and variation in the current. In a way, if you want to determine from the graphically, we can say it is VD2 minus VD1 divided by ID2 minus ID1, which is delta ID upon delta, delta VD upon delta ID only. And its value is in ohms. So the dynamic resistance of the forward bias also depends upon the forward current. Okay. So here is the forward current. Everyone listening? So here is the forward current of the diode given by this diode equation. ID is equal to IS times ID is equal to IS times e raised to VD upon eta VT minus 1. This is my diode equation. So what we want is, what we do is we take the derivative of this equation number 1 with respect to the applied voltage VD. So what you will get, d ID upon d VD will be eta VT is a constant. So 1 upon eta VT, IS is a constant again. So it will be e raised to, and minus 1 is a constant. So that is not considered. The derivative of that will be gone. 0. So it will be e raised to Vd upon derivative of e raised to something is e raised to that thing only. So e raised to Vd upon eta Vt. Okay. So now what we can do is this Is raised to Vd upon eta Vt is same as Id only, because if Is value is very small, we can ignore this Is value from here. but we cannot ignore this is into e raised to something because that will be very big value. Okay, so id can be approximated as is times e raised to vd upon eta vt. So hence we can write this entire term as id. So what is rd? Rd will be delta vd upon delta id, right? So here I am writing 1 upon, here we can write 1 upon rd. So 1 upon rd is 1 upon eta vt into id. So what will be rd? If you want to find the value of rd analytically by using the formula, so here is the formula. So AC dynamic resistance is given by rd is given by eta vt divided by id, which can be found analytical like this, provided you know the value of the diode voltage, diode current. Okay, so kindly note down this formula. This derivation is also handy. They might ask you this in the exam also. So derive the analytical formula for the AC dynamic resistance. So here is the small derivation. So note down this value of RD. Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll quickly move on to the numerical. A small numerical we will solve and we'll wind up this topic. So we will take 2 minutes and complete this. The forward current in a silicon diode at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius is 50 milliamperes at 1 volt. Find the dynamic and the static resistance. Okay. So what they are giving us, they are giving us the value of, let me slightly increase the font. Yeah, and temperature is 300 degree Kelvin, and the VT value at 300 degree Kelvin is 26 mil. So for the silicon diode, eta value is 2. So what will be the static resistance? Static resistance will be just VD upon ID. Will be just VD upon ID. We have given VD and ID, right? It will be just VD upon ID. So calculate X1 and tell me the value of X1. What is X1? 1 volt divided by 50 millivolt, 50 milliamperes. Anyone? Quickly tell me.
20.
Yes, 20 ohms. You see, the whenever the diode is forward bias, the static resistance is very small. Now next, the dynamic resistance is given by this formula. RD is small RD is given by eta VT upon ID. Eta value is 2, VT value is 26 millivolt, ID value is 50. So basically we have this 10 raised to minus t gets cancelled. Tell me the value of x2. Very simple. 52 divided by 50, right? So tell me the value of x2. Almost close to 1. One of you tell me the precise value. 1 point. How much it is?
04.
Yes, 1.04 ohms. Okay. So you see here, you see that the dynamic resistance is more less compared to the static resistance, and that is generally true.